Hey all you heroes out there, it's Future in here from the Teen Heroes, and before this video starts, I want to give a big shout out to Time Eater 10, who commented on my video, my first time playing Roblox. Time Eater 10, thank you so much for commenting. No one ever comments on my videos. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get to the main video. I hope you all enjoy it, including you, Time Eater 10. Forgive me for copying Ashens, but this is the best I can do. Now, think back to the year 1989. Unless you were born after that, like me. I was born in 2002, or you'll break the universe. But, think back to the year 1989. Gaming consoles were NES, Atari 2600, etc., etc. And then, out of the blue, come these games. These games are called Mr. Damon Watch, and they're called that because they have an LCD screen like a calculator, and they have a clock built inside, so they could be like a watch. This video is not about those. This video is about what came in 1989. I literally got this like an hour ago. Say hello to my little friend, the Nintendo Game Boy! Wahoo! This is actually the Play It Loud Game Boy. The original Game Boy had a white casing. This has transparent, as you can see. You can see the intestines of the actual thing. Let's get to the big parts, okay? You have your directional buttons. Not bad. Select. Start. A speaker, which is actually better than my Game Boy Color speaker. B. A. Nintendo. Game Boy. That's nice. A light for the battery. A dot matrix with stereo sound. And an LCD screen. Better than the ones in Mr. Game & Watch and any other portable gaming console of the time, which made it revolutionary. Right, on your, left side, you have some sort of a plug, I think that's the charger, and contrast, which there is no backlight, it just contrasts the amount of LCD going to everything. Really works, actually. At the other side, we have volume, which really works amazingly, and a connector port. Now, I'm unable to get this open because I have no fingernails or something like that, but you can connect 2-player and a load of accessories. Here on the back, we have the cartridge slot, this thing, the battery pack. That's pretty much it. Here on the bottom, headphone port. Here on the top, oh crud. Here on the top, we have an on-off switch and the cartridge slot. So, I literally got this like an hour ago. Let's see how it works. I brought 4 modern batteries. A little thing you need to know about the original Game Boy. With modern batteries, the battery life lasts, have a guess. 24 hours? No. 48 hours? No. 90 hours of battery life from this brick. Now, the original Game Boy in 1989 was sold in a box, obviously, with styrofoam. Now, in that box was included this. Tetris. Many of you know this probably from the app. I deleted that a long time ago. Right. Now, let's pop this in. And surprisingly about this on-off switch, if you have a look here, locks it in. See? Locks it in. Let's have a little gameplay, shall we? Let's turn the volume up. Better intro than the Nintendo DS. I hate the Nintendo DS, by the way. Right. Let me just adjust the contrast. Where is it? Yeah, this is what the contrast does. See? Bright, dark. Bright. Just right, actually. The whole point of Tetris is basically to clear lines by using these many assorted blocks. Bit like Lego, I do say. Well, that's enough gameplay. Wait until we see what happens when you get up to level 9. Oh, look, you can see my face. Hello! Let's start it again. Nintendo. And things falling over again. Oh, blast. Here are the 3 types of music. A type. Wait, you have to listen. Now, bit of a more adventurous tune. Let's see. B type. Off. And C type. There was one problem, however. The Game Boy sold sales massively. So, how were people going to compete? The Game Boy would have taken over the world, which it did. So, other companies created ripoffs. One of them, which sort of pressed in up here and was all white with green, disgusting responding buttons, was called the Mega Duck. And it was very, low budget. So, the cartridge, which wasn't Tetris, it was something called Blockfire or something like that, the contacts, the golden contacts, you may not be able to see those, were completely exposed for someone to come along and take their fingernail and go, and they're all dead. Another one, called the Supervision, was a lot like the Game Boy, except the screen was massively bigger. Cartridges were the same like the Mega Duck with an exposed thing. And right here, you have sort of a rubber strip where you can clip the screen would click up and click down to make it more uncomfortable. And the little stands in the back, so the console would stand up something like this, and it'd be very hard to play. Another ripoff, which looked nothing like the Game Boy, it was actually like this. The screen was here, like this. The screen was here. D-pad was actually down here, if you could see that. And these buttons were all over here, and Start and Select were down here. It was called Sistema 2000. Thank you, Ashens, for giving me information on that. Same thing. Cartridges were exposed. They would go on the top, and my thing was falling over again. A big problem, however, it had something called ghosting. Yes, ghosting. Ghosting is the thing where the LCD in one of the pixels stays there for a little bit more, causing an after image of just about everything in existence. If you have a very close look at the Nintendo logo flying down at the speed of light, ghosting. Well, I can see it, you probably can't. Let's try focusing in. That'll probably work. Oh, look, it's my face. Hello. Hard to see, but there was ghosting. I got this for $65, which is actually quite cheap because the original was sold for $130. And people are saying, I hate the Game Boy. I love my Nintendo 3DS, which I loathe. The Nintendo 3DS is awful. Same for the 2DS, the DSi, and the Nintendo DS Lite, and the original Nintendo DS, which looked like Darth Vader. But, bear with me. I have some logic for you people who think that without the Game Boy, the world would be definitely better. So, this was portable technology. Later in the 90s, the cell phone was introduced. Same size, except it was taller, and, blast. It was taller, slightly thinner. You'd have to charge it for 10 hours to get a half-hour phone call. The sound was awful. But without the Game Boy, you would not have the iPhone. You wouldn't have the iPhone. Logic!